like you and me, that's a very first step. Like making that the bonding, or like even so where we can also talk freely, or like you can with no hesitations, that you can all the questions. So like sometimes I do feel regret like by not answering, but that's an always a challenging part. Yeah. So this is Anish. As I said, I live in New York. I do have a decade year of data science experience, more of saying data sciences. I've been right into the AI and ML, like the background. So making myself pushing into the boundaries to see what is the realm that I can explore in the vast universe of AI, by seeing like what are the chances of machine learning, deep learning, NLP, which is one of my most favorite, the one that is ruling right now. And then, yeah, I'm blessed to be into the fields of the generative AI and then prompt engineering. And I will tell one the next designations that is going to come in the at the end of the session. Like we all know that like okay, we have been come up with like more frequently we are hearing something called like generative AI and prompt engineering. Few of might have heard already. I'm so happy if you have been already aware on like and worked something or made your hands dirty in working some areas of the generative AI. That's so good to know. But yeah, it's always like first step, to catch up that ladder or like catch that low hanging fruit, and then we can climb. But yeah, so myself, like 10 plus years of fun like in teaching, and then with an AI and ML background. And so that's all I got here. And then I'll definitely making the American Software Group as an like in collaboration, and working with them. It's been like delightful for me in a such a given time of period. And yeah, not wasting the time. And I see a good amount of people. Let me quickly share the screen, and we'll go from there. Right, what we got here. So yeah, at the very first place, I would like to take this. So we all started talking about like AI, or like I mean artificial intelligence, and we have been familiar of like working with machine learning, like deep learning, NLP, and the generative AI, and then now starting prompt engineer. But just guess for yourself, like what could be the reason that I have been added this particular guy in between the artificial and intelligence? Like why doesn't the general came in? Like and why I was calling this AGI. So artificial general intelligence is in a combined way of forming what we are currently living in the era of like AI. So whatever the generative AI that came in, it started doing like all its cognitive abilities, like talking to the machines, like in talking to ourselves as a humans. I'm pretty confident that everybody have been using the GPTs. It could be any GPTs that we are using and making familiar and making in our daily day routine, but like making all those the GPTs coming into one place. So and we have been learning few professional way of dealing some AI capabilities, and then doing our general daily activities. So inputting in very similar words or like simple words that where we can catch up. So that's the reason a good people out of there, like the real scientists, have been put on the show of name artificial general intelligence. So that's where I wanted to call it to the begin. And whenever I was talking, whenever I given start talking on like an AI, please remember that like it's not any more of AI. It's now we are calling it AGI. If you talk to your friends, or if you talk to your in interviews, if you give any introduction, or if you want to talk anything about like something related AI, try to not to spell AI, just say AGI. If someone asks, you'll be in a stage to explain what AGI is from here on. I think that's a one way to. I just wanted to begin, and so what are we going through? So yeah, just it's a random slide that you have the 7 contents there, but I would like to concentrate on and try to hear what I was trying to say or like portray in my words. I think you might not be seeing me right now with the screen that is showing up on the screen. But yeah, just try to mainly see and like hear that what I was trying to say. It's all just the slides I prepare as an habit. So it just usually going out in the world. But yeah, with something need to be attracted. Sometimes it might be having some silly slides there, but yeah, it's all about to understand what is the real intention of being joining this, and hopefully you'll be stay with me for 1 hour. We'll make some interactive sessions, and this is only the demo, and I'm having giving in a high level speech like what are we taking forward, and then how do we continue, and how do we execute our like ideologies within this AGI. And yeah, just if I want to read the 1 to 7, Yeah, we already did our welcome. And so I would like to give an introduction. So what I would like to relate into, and then what is like the structure of the course, like what could be the contents it's look like, and I will be continuing on that. And then if you see what are the modules that I want to do, like do start with, and then like the latest in AI, and like what are we roadmap is all to, like what are we waiting for that, right? So now, as I said, I gave my introduction. I just wanted to add that like I was a podcast speaker as well. So where I be giving in the professional generative AI, the talks, and then like in my stage workshops and webinars. And you see that I already said hello, good morning, everything is done. Yeah, but taking that into next phase, I as a person, just I want like to highlight on this. I did my all the childhood in understanding so much on like related to the cosmos, like if we talk about the space and sciences. I was being delved into that particular ideology, like in looking into the universe and then see that like in having all those like unanswered explanations. And when this AI came in and I tried to relate those answers, it's not like I got my entanglement. I don't say that like or like but yeah, I have some understanding like how does this particular like the multiverse or like we can say this is working. So that's where I want to bring this AGI and then make it very justifiable and like in answers or like in say at least like feel comfortable for myself. Okay, I have been picked one of the fruit. Now let me chop it and eat and share it with everyone. So for that, that's what you see here. Like okay, just like a universe, we have been started with an AI in different fields, whether it could be in AI or like ML, like machine learning, deep learning, or like whatever we say, like the NLP, just making it loud, natural language processing. And now we are coming into generative AI and so on, keep on going. So there are many branches, and we are bringing all those branches, we call those multiverse, to what one place. Like to take that moment here. And yeah, as I said, like the full of mysteries, and then like definitely AI could be facing you or like throwing at your face with unanswerable solutions, like with questions. And now we are here to at least give our try and like not to see that. And like you should also been struggling, to go through this area by navigating into different areas. Like what are the machine learning steps that I need to take care? What are the next areas that we're concentrating on? So taking that in chance, let us just see that how do we start? How do we begin? What is the body structure? Fundamentals. So now I would like not to take so much time because there were anything the topic that I start with, just keep on going. But yeah, just making in a high level note. Once we start of learning something, should know definitely need some have some basics or like core fundamentals that what we can thought about of and like and make an understanding. Just going back into school, sometimes we need to know our own origins or like so own fundamentals. So now, few most of the time, you might have been aware of. So what is the data science is all about? Like what is an AI about? Like few people or few professionals who have been joined here could have been come from the different background, and then few are like definitely interested, to learn what's in there. Like okay, I really wanted to scratch my head. I don't want to surface around just like bloggle around all those technologies. I really want to come into an AI because I see the what is the potentiality that is going to rise like exponentially. Everybody is talking about this AI. Even I talk and like you talk with your friends, you talk to the AI itself. That's the live era we are running, right? So we need to know definitely how do we catch up those fundamentals. The very first few sessions, once we getting concluded, like who are willing to participate, who are willing to be in showing the interest, like learning all those AI and stuff. So we'll have to go through all those fundamentals. So I'll be touching base on like AI related stuff, like NLP, like deep learning, machine learning fundamentals, and we'll slowly take it there from to look what could be the next coming area for us. And I will be promising you all, if I made a promise, definitely I'll not try to not to break. But yeah, that will be talking on the focus of like Gen AI, generative AI, and prompt engineering. So I would like to take all the streaming capabilities and understand how do we craft ourselves, like how do we maintain ourselves in a good shape to become a generative AI engineer by knowing the basics, by knowing the all the engineering part of it, like knowing what are the steps that need to be taken care and what it will be useful for you. So we'll be doing that discussions at the stage of the second. You can call it a module or you can call it phase or like sector, anything. But yeah, in the second time, the time when we meet in a different session, we talk about the exclusively content based on generative AI and the prompt engineering. It will be taking for a while. And I would like to talk on the three at the end of the at the end of the slide. But we'll see that I've written something called like GPT's architecture. So what will take that very in a smooth ride? Maybe we could face some like hurdles, but yeah, we'll definitely end up understanding the deeper and like in what are the working style of GPT models. And if I say GPT, it's not just the chat GPT, the generative pre-trained transformers. So that's a given name for the GPTs. You can put the chat GPT is the one open AIs, and then you can also put, yeah, I hear someone is talking. Yeah, please. Yeah. And I see, we all see, we come across of multiple the GPTs, like people started using cloud, people started using Perplexity, Gemini, and then started using the Copilot. Anything that they came out of and like one GPT for all the big guys, like I mean, like Meta have been introduced their own LLM model. I mean, like the GPT model. Such a same way, every industry is coming with their own GPTs, irrespective of their standard of the organization. Even small group of companies are coming up, and we never know. You could come up with one of your own GPT someday. I think that's why we are all interested here. So we'll be looking at how does a GPT's architecture are built on. Literally talking, how does a chat GPT is built? What are the steps that have been taken care of? Like, how do you also build for your own self? If you concentrate on our learnings, definitely someday or other day, I prefer take a time, but yeah, see yourself on your next 2026 or so years. So that will be definitely doable task. So we'll be discussing on the GPT's architecture. And now, as I said, not forgetting, I'll be talking on the third one, which is responsible AI. Learn about ethical considerations and best practices in AI. So, what could be the reason that is in the term that is mentioned as a responsible AI? I just wanted to give an hint. As same as Gen AI, there is something coming up in the next future with the given titles are AI. If I say that, I mean it. So someday, okay, I work as a generative AI engineer for a decent organization since last like 2 years as the lead programmer for the Gen AI. And you'll be called as, okay, I'm a data scientist for a given some telecommunication domain for the last certain 5 years. And you will be calling yourself in the future saying that I'm a responsible AI engineer or like I'm an R AI engineer. It's same thing as in a front-end developer. It's same as similar to the backend developer or Java, like whatever you put on the suffix, everything will be concluded as in your designations. Something called responsible AI engineer is the next phase of all this AI. Just wanted to give a highlight focus on that. We'll be talking on that. And so for what's the purpose of like being so called as an RAI engineer, like responsible engineer? Line itself says that, right? Learn about ethical considerations and best practices in AI. So, okay, now I know what is a GPT is all about, and I know what is Gen AI is all about. I know I'm good at doing prompting, and I can also go into any one of the search engine and I can do some query styling and I can get the retrieval information. Yeah, I can do all the cool stuff which I want to do. But how ethical we are, like how fair we are, like how accountable we are. Yeah, we all have some cognitive abilities, like we can think about something and we can reason and we can question, but how structurally we are putting in those questions into search engines, how principally we are working to ourselves. So that is the main focus of this responsible AI. We'll be talking more in our regular sessions, but just giving in a high level, we all definitely want to take an oath saying that, okay, we are not going sideways because everybody are scary or like everybody are panic about what does it go. AGI goes into like super exponential development in the coming days or the coming decades. So that's where this pull up for the third guy, that responsible AI. So hopefully we all be taking that leverage and saying ourselves, we are responsible AI engineers. I think that's for the four segments would be definitely taken care of in a different branches. We have so many dissections from one, two, three, four areas. But yeah, so continuing on that, what could able other areas we can touch base, or like what are the more possibilities of like going to different planets and they can explore there. And I would like to give these four guys to you in our regular days. So what are we able to go learn? So yeah, I can see that this is an AI agents and I can read with my own voice, explore the world of autonomous AI agents and their applications. Yeah, it sounds so good to me and my ear was so pleasing to hear it again. But yeah, so what if I say we are living in the right world? I think recently, 2 days back, the OpenAI been introduced the operator, something called as an agent. What does the operator, what I mean, like, what does an agent do? If I say agent, like, just wanted to give in a high level, if anyone has been aware of something called AI agents, feel free to drop the chat. Okay, just mention your name and say that, okay, I've been recently following some AI news. Anish, that was a really good point to pitch up. I've been excited to learn about AI agents. Be conversative with yourself. Just post it in the chat. I'll happy to, and I can also take that as a note. But yeah, why AI agents out of all concepts, and I'm leaving them aside, not picking from the basket. Why is the reason that I have been picked the AI agents and I have been showcasing on this screen? Because that's the future. So if you go Google it or like just go surf, so you see that an operator is an agent that has been released when OpenAI is 2 days before, probably one day before. The purpose is all anxiety to me. So if you go to any one of like uh, a travel company or like any institute or like any guy that who is working for you, and let's say you are wanted to make a tour to the country of your favorite designation, like I mean favorite designation. So let's talk about Norway, or like you wanted to see some northern lights. So Norway is the best place to see the northern lights. So you wanted to visit there, like so you want to take care about the visa. You wanted to follow up some basic steps like okay, what is my itinerary that I have to carry? What is my transportation facilities and where do I stay? Where do I accommodate myself? What is my food? How do I take care of myself? What are the attraction places that I can visit? There are so many questions as a child have, as do as so adult have. If you wanted to go to some place, I'm just giving this example, but just wait for me what it could can reach for the extreme level. And this is all done by the human when you go to one of the agency and you ask them that, okay, I have a wish to go to Norway or like what are the place that I want to go. Can you please make arrangements for me? Okay, he'll charge you something and a decent amount and he'll make that happen. He'll give you all the documentation saying that, okay, sir, this is all you wanted to do. This is your boarding pass and this is your flight tickets and everything. Okay, I'll stop here. Imagine you have written a prompt asking the same thing to a something called like the chat GPT, just giving, okay, I would like to see myself going into Norway or like into Australia and I want to explore the place. Can you please give me all the options and book the tickets for me, book the hotel for me, given a food choices, authentic restaurants nearby, and like child safety areas, and then like accident zone prone areas. Don't want to travel there. You have all the things in your mind, and then you just gave a print or like execution for one particular AI agent, same thing that you do in the chat GPT. It does the job for you. I really want to show how does it look like, but I want to leave that for you because that's where your excitement comes in. And then you go yourself in the Google and look for that. That's where the first step of learning, right? So I would like to take that commitment from every one of you. So that's the reason I don't want to add the one more slide. And how does it look like? Probably it could be only 2 days back. I couldn't have that time, but yeah, it could be the other scenario of my coin. But yeah, just look for what does an operator does with the open AI and what does an AI agents are. So if that is that really important, imagine 10 years ahead from now, So you'll be not going to any agency, or like you'll be not asking someone. You have your own phone within your fingertips, your own thoughts in your brain. You have all your visualizations, all your expectations in your heart, and then it's all you need to do is just put something in English, whatever the respective language that you learn, and then the answers have been provided. The job is done with the one single click with this guy, agents, AI agents. So that's going to be a very crucial stage in the coming future, and we are going to learn on that. Like we are going to see how do we can able to do that. It's not just like giving the prompts. It's all about like learning the tech behind it with a given relative time, like whatever the number of months that we are working together. So you'll be learning on how do you be talk to an agent, which is an AI built one, and then get the answers, leave happy for the rest. So that's what the one area that I would like to start with, which is a continuation of the course, and like AI training and support. Okay, I've written something, gain insights into AI, like training AI models and providing ongoing support. So what this came from? Okay, I know about like AI agents. I was can able to do something, but you'll be might definitely having a roadblock, or you might be having some hiccup, or like you want to take a break. Okay, you feel this is all irrelevant to me. Sometimes you feel this is why this like nonsense is like behaving in this way. Like I don't get into all the mathematic behind in this. So, to get that road clear, to take that thrown out of your way, so I would like to mention some core insights of AI models which are built on the top of AI agents. Or you can also say that the GPTs one. Like we have seen something called GPT architectures, and we are talking something on Gen AI and fundamental. So 1 to 4 would be making sense at the time of AI training and support, where you'll be also deep diving into more architectural understanding of the algorithm, you'd say, or like any the theoretical manner of understanding of any given concept. So I would like to mention them once we start our progressive training sessions. Like so, that's why this name AI trainings and support. And now, I mentioned something called operator on AI on an OpenAI page. Imagine you receive a daily AI update news whenever we join every single day. Okay, I just wanted to talk something. What is the latest news that came in AI? Maybe previous week, previous month, previous year we can go. But we having all the chances of all the odd probabilities of missing that chances of knowing something is really happening and making some groundbreaking truths out in the world, right? So we need to update ourselves. Like we need to make sure something is really happening out in the world. And if we don't able to hear that, we feel that it is not existed. On the level of quantum world, if you don't hear or see it something, it is not even existed, right? So I wanted to make sure that as possible much as I can, just to see something, what are the AI updates I can give. Definitely, the floor is open for everyone. Everybody can chip in and say, okay, hey, Anish, yeah, I heard something called, or like you can be heard anything on some social media, like newspaper or any blogs, or like you had a habit of reading books. Anything good could be. Just take a minute and just say drop or even text. Okay, this is my update. Or like, I mean, this is the update, the cool update I've been came to know, or like I've been excited all about. Like, do anyone want to talk about this? We'll definitely take that moment, and then we'll talk and we'll make some discussion, funny thing, or like make some real time applications, or you can question even the eternity of that particular update because everybody has their own understanding levels. So we'll try to make that discussion happens. We'll try to stay very close to all the updates of an AI. And now, I think I would like to really take all the help, all the core passion, sweat, blood, and like tears out of here because if I written webinars and workshops, there is an old traditional way of understanding ourselves. If you go and sit into the space of where your like 1,000 chairs are put together, and then you have given one stage, and then some guy is talking there, and then you listen them, and you always praise, and then you feel inside, okay, the day I want to take that stage, everybody has that will and wish. So I would like to make that happen, and I would like to also put my core efforts for all of you, making you the better versions, how you able to talk yourself on an AI guy or like AI speaker. It's not just the job that you get. It's not just the work you learn. I would like to take this one step ahead. I have this line. I don't know like whether to say it or not. Let's not to be so much workaholic. Like let's not to be spend 8 hours, 10 hours a day. Let's spend some whatever that time is required, to show some our own deliverables or like our own objectivities to our own clients or like even to ourselves. But yeah, if we make ourselves head clear in understanding what we are exactly learning about, and how do you say the same thing to your friend or a colleague or your family people, or like to yourself when you're standing in the mirror. Okay, I know something called about AI. Okay, I myself read something on the paper or media, or like someone told me, Anish talked to me. Some people or group of people are talking, someone of the party. I have drinks and I have make some announcement there. Nihal, somehow you came to know about some topic which is related to AI, and you kept it for yourself at that particular given of moment of time. And it's a human tendency that people get lost memory of that if you don't do that like in every single day. So I would like to take that step and make ourselves and get a stage for everyone and conduct those webinars and workshop. Me and like the team is definitely is also considering doing it on the online and as well as an offline. So the practice is already done on the offline, which is we all interactive with ourselves, taking in a chance of how do you talk about like what you have learned, or like if you want to come up with one of the presentations, or like if you want to get if your own ideas. It's not like the copyright ideas. Oh, sorry, it's not like the copyright ideas, but you have anything that you have been in some conspiracy theories, just shoot it out for yourself. Not disclosing if you have a really good idea. Definitely, I encourage not to disclose, but yeah, at least given an idea, just throw it out your world, because ideas doesn't come fully. So you need to work on it, right? So that's where I want to take this particular 2 months of session also, where there are webinars and workshops that I will be conducting, irrespective of all the fundamentals. I talk about AI, NLP. If I say some of the algorithm, which is like, let me pick up some random forest is one of the algorithm in some AI. I'm not going to talk on that algorithm, but I'll be talking some other, what are the use cases that a industry is going to be leveraged when someone are being used with an AI, right? So understand there is a telecommunication, understand there is in a pharmacy, understand that is in a some insurance guy or banking, or like in some any agriculture, like space and sciences, any kind of domain or any industry is now looking forward an AI that is being done like hunt for next coming centuries, that's for sure. But we're gonna discuss something. I'm gonna talk and give the opportunity for every one of us. Okay, webinars and workshops are to be very crucial area. So where you can see yourself and establish yourself rather than just getting a job, it will eventually come to your hands. We always put our efforts, but I would like to concentrate on this particular areas where you can be able to talk yourself, because that's where you lead your own way rather than looking into the team members. So I like to take that help and commitments and discipline, all those fancy words. But yeah, let's do concentrate on webinars and workshops. And this includes within this all this training program, coming that the modules. Okay, whatever the time frame that I'm gonna speak about at the end of the session. So let's take this is in a 3 months of a program, and we do finish some talking on like exercises and everything, or like learnings, everything in like first 2 months. And now, yeah, so we need to have that roadblock, or we need to make our hands dirty, scratch our head, like just question ourselves, okay, what I have to do with this all this learning? You need to be put on some application, right? Like you need to apply that. Like education is nothing but okay, you learn something and you keep it with yourself and you don't do with anything, doesn't make any point, right? So you need to execute, or you need to make a challenge for yourself while putting that some one of the point of the stage. That's where I'm gonna, or like me and like a team would be offering you one of the use case. and then like asking you, everyone, taken a decent time of period and then come up with what the most closest approach that you can give. You don't need to finish the answer. Yeah, yeah, I understand. Definitely, you can put so much effort and then you can come up with one definite way of solution, which comes, it is always appreciated and like rewarded. But yeah, just try to get very closest approach what you can do. It's not like an assignment, it's not like in a document that you do, but yeah, just come up with in a one good talk. If you have something to show on your screens, okay, this is the code part have been gathered, this is the citations have been measured from different areas. Yeah, everyone are welcome. So, but yeah, you will be having in a stage, the real-time project is going to coming at your doorstep, and then you need to make sure that we'll set up that skeleton and then try to muzzle it up and then just present it to someone else. Okay, this is my child. I would like to take care of him. I have named this as a real-time project, and I'll be offering that. Okay, this is a use case that you want to talk. That could be the end of all those the learning concepts. And now, okay, now I have been at least I've been shaped to some good thoughts, and I have some reasonable way of explaining what does an AI or like what does an AGI look like, and I feel I was responsible that I can put all my work into one good place. And then what is that good place? I need to land on some job, right? So for that, we'll take this opportunity. We'll be doing our all the best or like all our best, to providing or like doing some guidance and like making ourselves like some interview prep and like making sure that we train you that how do you take an interview by yourself, or like I myself will be standing for you on the front seat of bus, and then leading the way, like I mean like helping you like to take that particular interview, even you have been trained fully, or if you feel like okay, this 2 months is not that like efficient like time of to get more practiced of my skill set. But yeah, as we are into the market, if I say 3 months from now, mark your calendars as within April. April is going to be very crucial for everyone. So where there is a huge market that is going to be open. We all know that Mr. President has come in and then have been announced some cool projects. So we like to concentrate on that area, and then we'll target and focus what are the next thousands of jobs that are coming in our way. So we will try to help on that, and then just try to land you on some one of the craziest pay that are coming in our on our payrolls, and then we'll do that. We'll try to all put our efforts and then get you a job in talking in regular terms. I don't want to use this word marketing, but yeah. So you will be having the guidance and finding your jobs, but we are helping thoroughly with all the bones that you can will be having your one own good job and lead your happy life. So that's where the conclusion that I wanted to give for the jobs once from the starting of training. And now taking that in a one next step. Okay, now you had your job. So what next? Okay, every 1 month passes, every 1 month come in, you got credited and you've learned something. You look yourself better as every day passes with the challenges. But now I would like to take this point, breakthroughs, discover the latest breakthroughs in AI technology. It's same as this guy. I mean, like the daily AI updates, but it could be a little different after you having a job. So we feel that okay, we have reached our target. Okay, we have been provided our reserved area, having in a good job, decent pay, nice area to work in with the different challenges. If you do remote, hybrid, or like on-site, anything, I'm enjoying my job and it's going beautifully. But now I would like to take that, what are we discovering ourselves like in, because once you get into a job, you'll be asked to do some task. One algorithm is showed to you. I was talking something called about one algorithm on the random forest. Let's take that as an X algorithm. And the people in the team, people in the company, or like whatever the client that you're working was already might be working on some of the algorithm or like some of the use case that they have on their production level. And you are introduced or you are hired to do those contributions, and you are happy to do that. You are continuing, you are doing well and good. Appreciation, shootouts, everything is going good. But I don't see, and I have this experience within my job, so that's why I wanted to share with you all. I see how vertically I was growing, and I see how horizontally I wanted to grow. So we all grow horizontally when you join a job, or like when you get an opportunity that you where your like desired ambition job. We all know for now it is an AI, but like we want to also question how vertically we are also growing. If you see that verticality, how I am implementing the new technology into the same AI which is not even existed. Like, but you have something in your minds. Okay, I understand. You can question me or you can ask me and you can stop me. Okay, Anish, few of us are like very pretty new to this technology, and I have been not that acquiring all the required skill set so that I can establish myself within 1 year or 2 years. But we are not seeing this all the AGI 1 year or like 2 years. Okay, we have some good age. Hope everyone are healthy. We wanted to focus on next coming decades, and we want to share all the knowledge to our childrens and going for the generations, right? So we like to implement that way of mentality of working culture. How do you bring this new AI methodologies into your working environment and pitch deck that to your client, directly to the client? And I wanted to concentrate that area. So people might, okay, I don't want to leave everyone just giving some algorithm, 13 algorithms, 15 algorithms, some coding practices or real-time projects and then done, appreciate and then have sweets and then have a couple of drinks. I don't want to stop there. So I want to give this flavor of addition, saying that how do you pitch deck if you have an idea to the world or to your own manager, or if you are a manager, why don't you bring up like 10 to 30 people and make them sit at one place and then give elaboration of what idea that you have. So that's where you grow into more enormous, huge, vast of AI fields, right? And that's how togetherness happen. So we like to take that discover part and breakthroughs in AI technologies, and then intentionally we'll put ourselves in a risky place, making, when we get a job, you can still approach me, and then still another program sessions. How do you make yourself better by bringing the new technologies of AI which are coming in the future, and then take that and pitch that to your manager? That's how you try to evolve in that area. I think that's wanted to another area I want to take care of. And now help me drink some water. Yeah, innovations. So I used to tell this famous line of mine I have written on my book. So how many innovations have been discovered for yourself when you're in the child phase? Like, I mean, when you're in a kid, everything looks like innovation for you. It's not a discovery. And if I put a little sensitive thin line of what is difference between innovations and discoveries, a wheel is an innovation, right? And you can apply that wheel in some motor or like in some gear systems. You can apply that wheel to some of the cars, and you can alignment and make a four wheel, it becomes a car. Just okay, we have engine, it's different story, but the wheel is an innovation. If I say electricity is an innovation, you can apply that electricity in your like tablets, or you can plug in into transformers and you can light up all the streets, or you can light up whole country, or you can let's light up your laptop or like any TV or anything. But electricity is an innovation, right? All the next successes are discoveries. And if I bring the devices, it's a radio. Radio is an innovation. It comes and follows with radio started doing with TV, television. Televisions comes into a play of like somewhere of computers having a monitor, that huge disc, huge monitors, or like in a the big box what we have seen in like in our like child, like when you were in like when you were younger versions, or like even before that, given computers, laptops, tablets, iPhones, and then now we are doing in holograms. Now we all see that fantasy world of Marvels. How do they can across in like we have all these the AR like a Vision Pros, Apple Vision Pros, where you can see it on your own eyes, but you can't physically touch it. So these are all the discoveries, right? These are, but what is the innovation? Like what is the invention of what is the origin for this? The radio, that where it started. So I would like to also concentrate what are the innovations of AI so that you can start thinking of how do you can also invent something in the future. It might be taking a while, but yeah, we'll stick to our plans. So we'll make our arrangements in such a way that how do we bring up one innovation from our own fingertips and then build it and just show it to the world. So we'll try to concentrate on those innovations, what have been done on AI at the end of the training sessions, because it makes sense at the end of the only training sessions, and it will be completely relatable if you also talk to someone. And now closing a scenario, I think I'm taking a long time, but yeah, trends, keep up the current trends and future predictions in AI. Yes, let's make all the trend go follows. It's not to lose that particular amount of the same enthusiasm that we all have when it is like when it started growing, right? So now you can read it that self, ready to launch the AI stratosphere. Let's make this learning experience as illuminating as a Milky Way. Expects lots of learning. Definitely, you'll be coming ahead of lots of learning, lots of lots of interactive sessions. Yeah, there's always humor in me, and this will try to encourage that humor, and then we'll also make some fun of what algorithms could be other way, if not this way. So we'll also see that possibilities. Yeah, and a whole array of like AI wisdoms. Hope everyone are really excited what are coming into next. And taking this, there are no slides, just this ending up. But yeah, I would like to also mention we as a team wanted to always take care of everyone and then give an opportunity for yourself, saying that okay, these are the ideas, these are the breakouts that I want to take. Whoever that are interested, yeah, definitely reach out to us. There will be just making in a one group of gather. People are like seeing themselves like other people who can talk to each other. We'll be going forward, making this very quicker. I don't like doing things quick, like making it like 2 months of training, but yeah, that's how it is work. As we wanted to also catch up the speed or like catch the running train of AI, and then also make a reserve seat and then reach the destination of our own jobs. So we'll do finish that in the 2 months. Whenever the start date, we'll announce that soon. Make it 2 months of a program of learning all the given core concepts of AI, the one, two, three, four slides that you have seen in the beginning, and then start preparing ourselves. How do you talk to your the vendor guys or clients or like the marketing team? Make yourself sharpen. Like how do you when there is no help that is coming for you and you are only the one person, then you need to pull your hand from the well. So how do you tackle that when you're asking some questions which are irrelevant on AI? You'll be seeing some steps, so you'll be also making yourself ready for that. I mean, like you'll be, I don't want to say this, you'll be getting trained on some marketing strategies and then like talk to vendors or like how do you prepare your own resume. We'll all take it there, we'll all definitely take care of that. But yeah, it's a mutual contributions and effort that we need to put together. That's how we see the more successive. Hope everyone have these ideas. And I also wanted to make sure, I think I would have done this in the beginning. Yeah, could you, why don't you post who have the background of what do they have? I would definitely want to take the one-on-one introductions and meet and everyone. But yeah, in the interest of time, you can drop in the chat saying that, okay, this is me. As like, let's say this is me, Anish. I have 10 years of like 11 years of experience in AI and ML, and I have a master's background from data science or whatever you have, the one that right one that you choose. Yeah, just drop all those in the chat. Meanwhile, people are dropping in that. Uh, we'll take all the questions